Hey guys, this is Jam of jamonline.ph, and today we're gonna unbox and take a closer look at the Huawei P30 Pro. So the Huawei P30 Pro is the latest flagship smartphone from the Chinese company, and it packs an amazing camera. Actually, it's a game-changing camera because this one not only packs the amazing, you've seen the night shots before in my review of the P20 Pro, so this one got a 50 times zoom. I know. Hindi ko ma-describe. Ano yung word na sabihin ko? It actually sounds impossible, but I will show you some of the shots later on as we unbox the P30 Pro. So, what are we waiting for? So, let's unbox and let's take a closer look on the Huawei P30 Pro. Alright guys, so we have here the box of the Huawei P30 Pro. So, let's unbox this one. As you can see, there's a Leica quad camera setup because yes, we now have a quad camera from the triple camera setup of the P20 Pro. And I got the breathing crystal color of the Huawei P30. Oh my god, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. This is what I call color, okay? My god, this is better than the Twilight color that we have seen last year when the gradient color was introduced to smartphones. And now look at the P30 Pro. My god, I love the color of it. It is really amazing. Oh, I can actually use it as a mirror. Of course, this one comes with this free jelly case. There's the quick start guide, the Huawei warranty card, and of course, the SIM ejector tool. And then here's the special accessory that I really love on Huawei smartphone. So we got here the Huawei supercharged charger, and it has a maximum output of 40 watts. It's kind of heavy, yes, but the thing is we got a 40 watts charger over here. This is really fast if you ask me. This is not the fastest one, but for 40 watts, this is even better than most flagship smartphones in the market today. But of course, you cannot utilize the Huawei supercharge or the maximum output of 40 watts without the included cable. So as you can see, we got here a violet color inside. It's because it supports, this one is the only cable that supports 40 watts charging or other Huawei supported cables. And then we got here the earphones. Unfortunately, it's still USB-C, and there's no included USB-C dongle, which is a little bit disappointing because I still use a 3.5mm headphone jack for audio. So there we go. You have seen the box of the Huawei P30 Pro. You've seen what's inside the smartphone. So what are we waiting for? So let's take a closer look on the smartphone itself. Alright guys, so you're looking at the Huawei P30 Pro. As you can see, the color is really good. This one is called the breathing crystal. It's actually white with like a reflection or a shimmering pearl color. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it, but it looks really beautiful. Just to compare it to the previous color, this is the P20 Pro. This one is the Twilight color. As you can see, the difference of the two is really big. I mean, not just in the color, but also in the size. So as you can see in the camera of the P30 Pro, the smartphone comes with a protruding camera at the back, and this one looks different. Maybe this is the camera that lets you do up to 50 times zoom, and another one, I believe this is another camera. So there's a quad camera setup on the Huawei P30 Pro, and one of it is a TOF camera, which can be used for portrait mode, for depth sensing, and also for motion sensing. This one is really great for uses like portrait mode and also motion sensing applications. So the P30 Pro actually has a really cool back. I mean, this one is made up of glass. We have a better ergonomics despite a bigger size because this one got a curved sides. Actually reminds me of the Mate 20 Pro. And of course, we do not have the fingerprint scanner on the front and the back because the fingerprint scanner of the smartphone is actually here. It's an in-display fingerprint scanner, but we will talk about that later. So actually, not just that, we also got here the power button that has an orange color. I don't know why they have that orange color over here. We also got here the volume rocker. Below, we got here the USB-C port and also the speaker grill. We got here the card tray, and yes, we have here the IR blaster at the top. Unfortunately, we do not have a headphone jack on the P30 Pro, which is a little bit disappointing. I mean, we still have that feature on the Galaxy S series, but if you're not into that, I mean, if you're not into audio, I believe that won't be a big issue. I mean, I've lived with the P20 Pro without the headphone jack, and it was still pretty good. So this is the front of the Huawei P30 Pro. So as you can see here, we do not have a large notch at the top. It's just a dewdrop display over here, which is really cool. And then of course we got here a curved display. Again, reminds me of the Mate 20 Pro that we have reviewed before. That is a really great smartphone. This one even better. Inside we got here the Kirin 980 processor along with 8 gigs of RAM. The variant that we got comes with a 256 gigs of internal storage, so I believe that is more than enough for you. So the P30 Pro actually comes with a 6.47-inch OLED dewdrop display. As you can see, we got a really minimal bezels on the side. And then of course we got, again, Kirin 980 and 8 gigs of RAM inside. We got here the 40 megapixel camera, the 16 megapixel camera, 8 megapixel camera, and TOF camera. The 16 megapixel is the ultra wide camera. And then of course on the front we got here the 32 megapixel f2.0 camera that we will try later on today. And then of course we got here the fingerprint scanner. Over here it's an in-display fingerprint scanner. It comes with an IP68 water and dust resistance, face unlock, 4200 milliamperes of battery, and there's a 40 watts Huawei Supercharge. So you already know what's inside the smartphone, you already know the hardware of the smartphone. So how about the software of the smartphone? And of course the camera, but we will try the camera later on. So first let's focus on the software of the smartphone. So the Huawei P30 Pro comes in EMUI 9.1 with Android Pie 9.0. Actually, the EMUI 9 is a lot better compared to the previous one. I like the colors of it. It's the flat design, and the pastel colors of it is really easy on the eyes compared to the default EMUI 8.1 of the P20 Pro. But don't worry, it's been upgraded to EMUI 9.0. But still, this is still different. This one feels the same with the Huawei Mate 20 and the Mate 20 Pro. So of course it still comes with the applications like Optimizer that lets you optimize the hardware and the software of the smartphone. So basically cleans up the software of the smartphone so you'll have better and optimized performance on the Huawei P30 Pro. Then of course we still have the applications like Hiker, App Gallery, Health, and of course we got Notepad, Tips, and other tools that probably some of you might not use. Then of course there are some bloatwares that probably you would want to uninstall on the Huawei P30 Pro. So overall, I love the design of the Huawei P30 Pro. As you can see, we got here the really nice color. Though we got a protruding camera, well, I really wouldn't notice that one because I always use a jelly case with me, which is included in the box. Again, the breathing crystal is something that you would really love. It's even better than the twilight color of the P20 Pro. And of course, we got here the no-nonsense design. It's really ergonomic. I love the curved sides at the back. Reminds me of the P20 Pro. So despite the size of the smartphone, despite its big or chunky size, this one is actually ergonomic because of the curved sides of the smartphone. And of course, we got here the curved AMOLED display, which is really vivid, though it's still at Full HD Plus, as long as you're not really into, you know, the QHD or bigger or higher resolution on the display of the smartphones, you wouldn't notice that one. But again, the colors are fine. I wouldn't complain about this one, and I feel that the Huawei P30 Pro kind of feels good and it looks really good to me. So you're probably asking me, how about the camera of the P30 Pro? So we're gonna take a short break and I'm gonna test out the P30 Pro's selfie camera and also the rear camera. But before we proceed to the camera sample of the P30 Pro, let's check out the UI of the camera of the P30 Pro. Actually, this one is pretty similar to the Huawei Mate 20 Pro and also the Huawei P20 Pro. So we still have the photo, the portrait mode, night shots, aperture, and of course we still have the video, pro mode, and of course we got a lot more. You could actually download more if you want to. And here is the ISO, and you can actually do up to 409,600. Not just that, actually, you could do a lot more. You could actually do wide camera on this one, 1x, 5x, 10x. Here's the best part, up to 50 times. It's actually like having a microscope or a telescope on your smartphone. The P30 Pro is unreal. It's impossible. I don't know how they made it, but it's real, okay? I don't know how. Still can't believe it. But of course, this UI or this camera wouldn't be, amazing without the camera sample that I'm about to show you. Actually, the P30 Pro has an amazing camera, whether you use it for normal shooting, for zooming, and even at night shots. So the first picture that I'm showing to you is our selfie, and as you can see, the image is quite sharp. We got a really nice lighting, and I actually like the picture, not just because of the colors, but it was quite sharp thanks to the 32 megapixel front camera of the smartphone. So here's another shot using the P30 Pro. So you might tell me that, yeah, I know my room's a mess, but here's the 1-time zooming. The next one is 5-time zooming, and the next one is 10-time zooming, and here's the best part, this is the 50 times zoom. You are looking at the March calendar, which is beside the April text. That is really amazing. I couldn't even read it in my own eyes from the distance that I'm looking at right now. I just took a picture of it like over this way, and I still can't read those numbers, and my P30 Pro can actually take those shots. This is unreal. Again, I still can't believe that the P30 Pro can shoot like this. So the selfie camera of the smartphone can't get the same quality of the night shots of the P30 Pro. But still, it is still amazing that we still have a really good colors, really sharp photos on the 32 megapixel front camera of the P30 Pro. On normal shots like this, the P30 Pro does actually look good. You can see that the colored pencils have the great colors, and it was really sharp. You could actually see the bokeh on this one, and yes, the portrait mode is even better, as the camera of the smartphone can actually even recognize the small holes or the small spots that shouldn't be blurred or should be blurred. This is really good, as most smartphones with portrait mode can't do this. And here's the best part about the P30 Pro. The P30 Pro actually have a really unreal, that's the term, I think, unreal, or do we have a better term than unreal? The P30 Pro has an unreal night mode. The picture that you are looking right now is actually taken in pitch black. There's no light, there's no anything, it's just the camera of the smartphone, and there's no light. We just took a 7 seconds handheld shot using the P30 Pro, and I could take that shot that even looks like there's a decent or lighting far from here, but it's actually my room without any lighting. Here's a better one. This is a shot inside the comfort room. Actually, we all know that the comfort room doesn't have windows, and yes, I turn off the lights and I can't see anything, but the P30 Pro can actually see the objects inside. It's like having a night vision camera on a smartphone. I can't believe it, and it's 2019, but the camera of the P30 Pro is like from the 3019 or 3035 or 4055. I don't know. It's just amazing. So there you have it. That is the P30 Pro. The smartphone is really amazing. It is unreal. I still can't believe it. Those are the words that I keep on repeating today, because the camera of the smartphone is really amazing, and I can't believe that the night mode of the P30 Pro is really that good, and it's even better than the P20 Pro, which is still good until 2019. I am shook. I am shook right now. SHOOKT, shook. So that's it for our unboxing and hands-on of the P30 Pro. So please throw it to me there we go. So that's the box, and yes, the camera of the smartphone is really amazing. So if you like this video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, well, now's the time to subscribe. So once again, I'm jamonline.ph, and don't forget to check out my Facebook groups at facebook.com/groups/jamonlineph, my Facebook group at facebook.com/jamonlineph, my Twitter and Instagram at twitter.com/blah blah 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 jamonline.ph, and of course instagram.com/jamonlineph. So once again, I'm jamonline.ph, and thanks for watching unboxing hands-on of this amazing smartphone, the Huawei P30 Pro.